Hello, hello, and thank you for joining us here. We are the Trill League Fantasy Football Show, and we are excited for you guys to join us. First of all, this is our second episode, so we want to thank the 23 plus people that viewed the first episode, and we want to thank the 3 or 4 people in the room right now. We are grateful for y'all. We are grateful for anybody that wants to tune in and share their love for fantasy football with us. Of course, I'm your host, Bun B, joined by my co-host and our lead commissioner, Dub J. Dub, how you doing, my brother?
Doing pretty good.
I know that's
Pretty
right.
good.
And normally I would start this show with good morning,
Right.
but today is not a good morning. Today is a great morning. And the reason I say today is a great morning because it took us a year to get here. Football started a few months ago, so it took 8 months to get football back. NFL football, I should say.
Yes.
But it took a year, a full calendar year, to get back to this game that we love on Sunday. So we are excited. We are overjoyed to have you guys join us and celebrate fantasy football today. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. Look, we're new to this shit. I'm going to be very honest. We're very new. We are slightly organized, but we are extremely passionate about the game of football. And I think if we can lead with the passion, we'll figure all this technical shit out. You know what I'm saying? We finally had our first official NFL game of the season. And we're not going to really cover those games like that, but because it was actually the first official NFL season game this Thursday night, we'll talk about it. Of course, the Cowboys versus the Eagles, and the game literally started with the spit heard around the world.
Right.
Jalen Carter saw Dak Prescott spit to the floor. He said that maybe Dak looked at him or whether if he spit on the ground between his linemen. Jalen proceeded to walk up and pretty much charge him up about it. And instead of spitting at him, he spit on him. And I mean, when you take literally your best defensive player, well, your best defensive player takes themselves out of the game, and you're probably going to get a suspension. What you think?
Yeah, definitely. First 6 seconds, that's not a good move. Hopefully, he learned from it and do better going forward.
Yeah, but he's going to definitely lose some money. He's going to lose a game. He'll lose some money already. And in spite of them losing their best defensive player, and in spite of them having to literally reshape their defensive plan on the spot at the beginning of the game, they still beat the Cowboys.
Yes, definitely.
And look, I smile so warmly today, not only because people know I am not a fan of the Cowboys in Dallas, Texas, but I have to sit at this chair and look at production wearing a Cowboys jersey in this room today. So I give him no peace and no sympathy when I talk about them boys from Dallas. Let me be fair. I like their run game. Javonte Williams, a strong runner. Dak Prescott, very capable quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But they still lost. So I can say a bunch of good things about all the pleasantries about the Cowboys just to get back to the reality that they still lost. And we also had another game on Friday. We had an international game in Brazil between the Chiefs and the Chargers. And Justin Herbert put on a performance, I have to say. He got out there, man. He threw like a boss. He even ran. I saw him run for like 16, 17 yards at one point. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So when you're letting Justin Herbert run on your defense, that shows you got problems.
Yeah, definitely. I was looking at Chris Johnson, looking at him to do a better defensive moves versus, Justin Herbert, but he couldn't get to him.
He just couldn't get to him. And that's I think that's sending a very clear message that this Chiefs team that we've looked at over the past 4 or 5 years as the top team to kind of have to go to, right? These are the guys that you automatically assume are the team that you would have to beat. And I'll be honest, they're not looking like that right now. But to be fair, they didn't look like that last year, and they still made it to the playoffs. So I'm not going to count the Chiefs out, but I think they got a lot. They got a lot of things they got to address.
Yeah, especially with them losing Xavier Worthen early. That hurt me in one of my other leagues. So, yeah, 0 points. Like, come on, man. Like, you doing a cross route. Look in front of you. You see the other guy coming, just, slightly move to the side, let him get his clear path and, stay in the game. We need you.
So now they got two of their top wide receivers out, right?
Yeah.
Rashid Rice is out for 4 weeks. I believe Worthy's going to at least be out 3-4 weeks with this injury. So they got a lot to work on over there with the Chiefs. But we're not going to worry about them because today we're talking Trill League fantasy football. You know what I'm saying? So for those of you who this might be your first day here, we did our draft last week at NRG Stadium. Shout out to Maurice and the Texans organization for letting us draft there. I put up the video of the draft. You'll be able to see that on all our social medias. But let's introduce these people to the teams that will be competing in this league and who is representing each team. First up, we have Go Time Gary.
Yes, sir.
Go Time Gary's team is in the building. Can we get that graphic, please? Thank you so much. Go Time Gary. Let's talk about that team. Who do we have featured on Gary's team?
On Gary's team, he has a couple good players. Let me look at this last. Go Tom Gary, he's basically starting off quarterback Baker Mayfield.
And why does he have the quarterback Baker Mayfield? Because we all know that Gary Owen is a huge Bengals fan. So why does he not have Joe Burrow? Did somebody get his quarterback?
Yeah, somebody took him before him. I know he was aiming for him, but with him having Jamar Chase as his first pick, he couldn't pull it off. You know, I think people kind of did homework when they actually did the draft, figured out he was from Cincinnati, seen the moves that he was actually trying to make and came in, you know, playing keep away, which is the tactic in fantasy football. I do it sometimes, especially when I know players have a favorite team and they try and get, you know, their hometown quarterback. So, you know.
The problem with this, with Gary had the first pick in the league. So in his odd rounds, the 1, 3, 5, 7, etc., he did pretty good. But on those even rounds where that snake came back around, pick number 2 often took the player he was looking for. So let's get into team number 2, the Middle Fingers. Middle Fingers is coached by a good friend of mine, Bandit. He was in a side group that I was a member of for a while, the Middle Fingers. That was me, Bandit, Big Mun, Sean Wee, Kilo, Bam, and rest in peace to Danger Ray. So let's take a look at Bandit's team. What do we got there?
All right, Bandit. His first pick was Bijan Robinson.
Why you say Bijan?
Bijan.
Come on, man. Don't do the man like that.
Right.
Doob J? You want me to call you Doob J?
Definitely not. I made a mistake last year and actually picked up Brian Robinson, thinking, you know.
Oh, you picked B. Robinson.
B. Robinson.
Oh, wow.
Moving too fast. So, yeah, I made that crucial mistake that I know others made too, just moving too fast, thinking like, oh, man, he's still on the board. But, of course, he's not on the board, you know. So, rookie mistake. But even though I'm not a rookie, things happen.
And, of course, he has the quarterback, Joe Burrow, which broke Gary's heart. And I'll be honest, this pick didn't happen until around maybe the 4th or 5th round. I would say probably the 4th round, but it broke Gary's heart. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I would argue that he was pretty much disconnected somewhat from the draft after that point. But this is a gut shot for him. You know what I'm saying? He had him on his books the whole time, but I digress. And also, let's go to team number 3, the Killer Bees. Pull up that lineup.
All right, Killer Bees, his first pick was C.D. Lamb.
All right, C.D. Lamb. And, of course, the Killer Bees are led by OG Chase B, well-renowned DJ, of course, from the Cactus Jack team. Not bad, C.D. Lamb. C.D. did numbers the first game. C.D. did some numbers for him. Who does he have at quarterback?
His quarterback, he actually picked Dak Prescott, so he paired his team up.
Oh, wow. So he put all his eggs in the Cowboy basket.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
I
did.
like that, Chase B. Keep it up. I love it. All right, the 4th pick. The 4th pick. My goodness, who is that? Is that me? Yes, sir. The Trillionaires, coached by yours truly, Bun B, you know, from UGK, Trill Burgers, Trill Tenders, and now the host of the Trill League Fantasy Football Draft. And we have a nice team. Now, I went different in this league. I went Drake May. I think Drake May is a new young talent. I think he's got some arms on him. I think he got some legs on him. And it allowed me to build up a stronger bench. You know what I'm saying? With me, I know there's a lot of quarterbacks that everybody want to get. And I just think when you jump out there in that 3rd round and that 4th round and you grab those quarterbacks, I think you're trying to throw yourself a little safety line. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you really need a strong, deep bench, and you need a lot of skilled players. Because if you put everything in the hands of your quarterback goes down, you're going to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't wish no injuries or nothing on nobody, but I just know when you pick your quarterback too early, you're going to miss some prime players, especially in that fourth and fifth round. You're going to miss some prime receivers and some prime running backs. But that's y'all. I don't get into that. That's how y'all want to move. That's fine. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to see if that strategy works. I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to see if it works.
I'll play you eventually, homeboy. You'll see. You'll see. All right. And here we go with the fifth pick in the draft. This was one of the most controversial draft choices that we had, not in the sense of having him on the team, but the way he drafted.
Yeah, Big Perk, 409. His first pick was Terry McLaurin.
Now, I'm not saying Terry McLaurin is a bad pick, but it's definitely not a first round pick. You can probably get Terry McLaurin in the third round, late in the third round, to be sure. You know what I'm saying? And this began a path of very mediocre draft process that Kendrick Perkins put on in the room. Now, we all know Kendrick Perkins, you know what I'm saying, an NBA legend, amazing commentary right now. But I don't know about him in fantasy football. He's very new to it. And for a lot of people, when they first get into fantasy football, they pick the people they like, right? They pick the players that they like. Like, that's my guy. I like to watch him play. But they're not really thinking in terms of point accumulation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't really understand that. And I'm probably the newest person in fantasy football out of all these people that are competing, with the exception of Perk. And that's how I did my first year. I picked people that I like, and 3 of them was on the home team, and it just didn't work out like that. And I didn't understand the process of who got the most touches in terms of drafting. Right. Who was getting the most touches, who was getting the most looks and targets and all of that. But eventually I caught up, and eventually I got me a chip.
There we go. That's what it's all about.
You know what I'm saying? And this is going to be probably the most important chip that I win. This is the Trill League. This is my league. I have to get this chip. If I lose this chip in my league, I will be beyond heartbroken. I might tear this whole shit up. I ain't gonna lie. So we might do the Red, just give him the card. We'll deal with that shit later. All right. Coming up, number 6 on the draft. This is your boy.
Yeah, we got my guy, Mo City Bo.
Mo City Bo comes with a lot of experience, I hear.
Yes, Mo City Bo, he's a stat guy. So he started off doing a lot of stats in in Facebook. Mm-hmm. And ESPN actually reached out to him and thought that he was, help him out being a big part of ESPN. So he co-hosts a radio show, maybe an hour before the actual Sunday day games. So he would talk about stats of upcoming rookies. He would also talk about those that, would do good, who to put in your lineup, things of that sort. He feels he has a good knowledge, which I think he does as well. So I felt he was a perfect fit for the Trill League fantasy football team. So his first pick was Jahmyr Gibbs. So we'll see how he does. And he also picked Jalen Hurts as his quarterback, which did definitely good. So we'll see how he turns out. But when he play me, that's when it really matters.
Yeah, thank you both for joining this league. Thank you for bringing all of this expertise and all that good shit he said about you. I don't care. I don't care, Bo. I really don't. None of that mean nothing to me. This is about coaching. This is not about drafting. This is about next man up. I don't think you built like that, Bo. I think you just a stat dude. I don't think you know how to actually apply it. You the dude that try to tell people how to play fantasy football and don't be just good your damn self at fantasy football. So welcome to the Trill League. Can't wait to whoop you. Who we got at number 7? Is he in the room by any chance? Is that person in the room?
Yes, sir. Team Double Dose.
Team Double Dose, make some noise so the people online can hear you. Not good enough, brother. Not good enough. Team Double Dose, Ansel Jennings, he's an industry legend here in the city of Houston. He's well known throughout the hip hop and R&B community. And he's my personal business partner and manager. And probably somebody that I don't get to talk shit to enough about him. I typically complain to him about other people. I can't wait to talk shit to him about him. We are so happy to have you in this league, Mr. Jennings, and we just cannot wait to compete against you and put numbers on the board and watch you put forth a great effort in the midst of a loss. Thank you so much for joining this league. I can't wait to bruise your ego. Who did he draft first in this league?
His first pick was Nico Collins.
Aha! A homer. Been there, done that. It didn't lend itself to a good team. So I can't wait for you to continue to make terrible moves like that in this league. We can't wait to take advantage of it, brother. I don't get these type of opportunities to lean. We work together. So this is a workspace where we get to work against each other. It's going to create a very, very different dynamic, and I can't wait to smile through it. I cannot wait to smile through it. Moving on to the 8th pick. Now, we're going to talk about this person's team name in 2 different ways because he started with one name. And when it came time for his first pick, he changed his name to GOAT, which, as I understand, is absolutely unacceptable to you, Commissioner. Why do you refuse to call this team by their name? His mama name is Cassius. I'm going to call him Cassius.
Definitely. Yeah, you can't just name yourself the GOAT. In this league, it's a serious league. You have to earn GOAT. I'll give you GO, but you have to earn that AT. It just comes with the territory. So we go see if you earn that. And literally, you're playing me this week. So at this point, you're not in a position of looking like you're going to win. So I love to talk noise to you going forward. And then those 2 letters may not ever come. So we will change it. I'm the commissioner. We definitely will change it. But your first pick, Christian McCaffrey. He's a 49ers fan. So you're playing with your heart. And I know this. You're definitely playing with your heart.
He's sore. Right now, his calf is sore. Limited participation, which doesn't mean anything. They just saving him for the game. But you know it's not going to hold up. You ever seen when they grab a turkey leg or a rib and the meat slide off? That's going to happen to Christian McCaffrey at some point this season. Not because I wish it on him. It's just because it's par for the course. And my thing is, I don't have a problem calling himself GOAT. I'm going to just prove it's the lowercase. That's all. You could be a GOAT. That GOAT. We got that seat safe for you. We cleaned it this morning. We left a little hay in front of it. You're going to be fine, Bina. All right, moving on to the 8th pick.
You're truly on Dub J, Team Dub J, which is my team.
Introduce yourself, Dub J.
I'm Dub J, Commissioner of Trill League Fantasy Football. I've been doing this about 15 plus years. I have like 5 championships in the Yahoo platform for as winning, of course. I look forward to dominating this league. It's kind of easy, a lot of beginners in it. So I look forward to the trash talking, especially the guy on my side,
Sure.
He keeps saying like how he's so new to this. We go, make him more believable.
I don't say it as an excuse. Okay. I say it as a point that even knowing less than you does not save you from getting whooped. That's why I make that a no. Because I want you to know you're going to be whooped by somebody that knows less about fantasy football, that has won less championships in fantasy football, that has never been a commissioner in fantasy football. With all of that, I am going to take you and drag you, my friend.
Of course not.
I am going to drag you.
The knowledge is key. I mean, I'm looking at your picks. The pick that you pick as your quarterback, he's not better than a lot of people on my team. That's going to hurt you.
No, he's not going to hurt me.
Yeah, he's going to hurt you.
He's not going to hurt me because we got a long season. We've got a very, very long season. And I got a lot of faith in Drake May. I have a lot of faith in Drake May's performance. And I've got some players on here that are ready to perform. And when they can't, next man up, those guys are ready to perform. This team is not what it needs to look like on the surface. A lot of these surface teams and you guys that get these A pluses and B minus ratings, that don't mean shit to me. It doesn't scare me. It puts no fear in my heart. We pump no Kool-Aid. We pump Monster Energy through these veins, baby. But we are ready to compete. Commish.
There we go.
Commish. All right. Now here we go on to the next one. Now this one is very interesting. The self-made players. Now, if you live in Houston, you're very familiar with the term self-made because it's been popularized by one of our biggest and most well-renowned hip-hop artists in the city, the Don himself, Lil Keke. And I emphasize the Lil Keke because I typically don't say the Lil Keke anymore, but in this league, we will put a capital L on Lil in this league. Now, that being said, I've known this man for many, many years. He is deeply involved in the sport of football. He has coached the sport. He has played the sport. He has participated in fantasy football at least 3 times as many years as I've participated in it. He is a commissioner. He has won chips. He has all of these accolades, and it puts no fear in my heart. It literally puts not one ounce of fear in my heart. I've been trying to get in his league for years and have been denied, even with my lack of expertise and experience. They don't want to let me in, and I feel like there's some level of intimidation. I had to start a league just to get him to play fantasy football with me. I had to put my name on the league to get this man to play fantasy football with me, and I got him, and I can't wait. I cannot wait because at noon, it starts. It starts.
And it's crazy because y'all match up. Y'all match up today.
I got you in my scope.
This week, Tuesday, we will know who won.
He went to the gym already. He probably done got back home and ate, sitting in his backyard, out by the pool, ready to watch some football. And with as much of water sports that you have going on in your backyard, which is a very, very nice backyard, the main water sport today will be the tears running down your face as I whoop. Mr. Jennings, you have a problem? You look like you worried about my game. If you got a comment, you feel free to chime in. I know that's your partner. I know y'all work out together, all of that stuff. That's cool. I'm going to whoop him. Then I'm going to whoop you. Not this week, but when I get you, I'm going to whoop you. But welcome to the league. The Dawn, we are happy to have you. We are happy to whoop you. Next up, Light Feet Jerry. Bubba Dub. My brother could not make it because they had some family issues going on. We send our condolences to you, my brother, and we hope, everybody has God's grace covering them as y'all go through this. So I'm trying to be very, very easy about how bad I'm going to whoop your ass in this league. Like, I don't want to lean into that. We got time for that, but I do want to make a note about that. Let's talk about Light Feet Jerry's team. Light Feet Jerry actually got the highest grade in his draft.
He got an A+. His first pick, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That was a great first pick. That's a receiver that I'd love to have. He's got a lot of fight, a lot of heart, a lot of energy in it. I don't really carry any ounce of fear based on you picking him. And you got a great draft. You got a great team. You talk very, very adamantly about your football experience and expertise. I see you commenting on a lot of football and being very informative about football. But you ride with the Cowboys. I don't trust it. Because if you really understood football and you love football and you cared about the game in the way that you passionately speak about it, that wouldn't be your team. I think that's a troll. I think you follow them just to make fun of them. That's what I think. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. But it don't matter. You're going to lose. I'm going to make you burn that Cowboys jersey. I'm a side bet with you on that one. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, probably one of the most storied people in football themselves. We have a Hall of Famer participant in our fantasy football league, Mr. Andre Johnson, better known in this league as Blitz Master Andre. Let's talk about Andre's team. Who was his first pick in this draft?
His first pick was Malik Neighbors.
And then he had the snake. So who was his second pick?
Second pick, Derrick Henry.
Now that's a nice 1-2 shot right there. I can't even be mad at that. Those are people that are going to get the ball. Malik Neighbors, one of the most targeted wide receivers in the game last year. Derrick Henry, obviously a running back powerhouse. Very hard to stop. He's going to get the majority of those touches in that game. But they do run a little bit of a different game with the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? Because their quarterback is likely to run off at any moment. But I still think that's a great 1-2 start to your team. We are proud to have a Hall of Famer, not only to be a member of this league, but because this would be the only football opportunity we would have to whoop you. So we are happy that you accepted, and we are happy that you will put what very little ego, because I've known you for many years. You have very, very little ego. And when it
his next two picks were real good as well. George Kittle and Jalen Daniels.
Yeah, see, and look, this is a guy with experience. This guy knows what great football players look like. He knows what they're capable of. He had very informed picks. He put together a very strong team. Comes with a very, very high level of knowledge of the game itself. And that makes it all the more pertinent that I need to whoop you. I have to whoop you. I have to prove that none of that means anything in this realm, in this space. This is fantasy football. In the Trill League, bruh. The Trill League. One of the trillest ever. Greatest Texans to ever play the game. And I will whoop you in fantasy football this season. All right, now let's talk about our matchups in this league. Our first matchup that we're going to talk about is you, Dub J. This is an interesting matchup because these are two friends who have competed in fantasy football for many years. Dub J, the commissioner, takes offense just at his name. How's your matchup looking this week? Did you guys have anybody playing on Thursday and Friday?
Yeah, the matchups looks real good. The go.
He didn't even put a "the" in front of it. He just say go.
Go.
There you go. Okay.
Jake Ferguson played Thursday night game. He did fairly well. 5 receptions, 23 reception yards.
Okay.
He also had Brandon Aubrey, which gave him 11 points. So he up right now, 18.30, and I'm at 11. I had Harrison Baker, but it's not looking good for him. It's projected, which I don't go by projections, but it's projected for him to have 48 percentage of him actually pulling off the win, and of course 52 for me. But
how many numbers they say y'all gonna score? I want to know.
Total.
What's your projections?
My projection 126.16. Here's 124.20. I don't go by that.
It's too thin of a margin.
Right. I don't go by that because anything can happen, but I know my team.
If you are beat by the GOAT, or as you referred to him as GO, does he get an A added on to GO?
No, he'll get a period. He'll get his first period.
Pause. What do you mean by after the spell out?
The spell out, because he put a yes, definitely pause.
This is getting heavy already.
He has G.O.
Okay.
Yeah, so he will have to earn all that. Right now, he just G.O. No dots or nothing. Everything will have to be earned. So right now, you're just G.O. You'll have to earn the rest. You beat me, I'll give you a period, pause. But other than that, you're going to be G.O. for a long time, in my opinion.
I thought I talked crazy on there. I ain't gonna lie, I really thought you jumped out the window with that one. All right, that's a bet. Next lineup, next matchup in the Trill League. Mo City Bo versus Blitz Master Andre. How are they looking, Commissioner?
All right, they're not looking too far off. Oh, yeah. Mo City Bo, he actually had two, I believe, his top players playing.
Okay. How did they perform?
Jalen Hurts did very well. Scored him 26.28 points. But then he had a downfall with A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown didn't do to what most expected. So I know he hurt a lot of people in a lot of leagues. So somehow, some way, Bo will have to figure out, and hopefully his other players make that point system up.
Did Blitzmaster, excuse me, Dre, did he have anybody in the game?
No, he hasn't had anyone play just yet. But the projections show him making, Mo City Bo 128.57 and Blitzmaster Andre 124.17.
That's a little bit more of an advantage for Bo, but we'll see if Andre's knowledge of the game will help him as this thing fleshes out. Next up, Killer Bees versus our in-house production manager, Double Dose. How do you feel about your matchup, Double Dose?
Easy work.
Let's see what the tape says, Commish. What does the tape say?
Right now, it shows Double Dose had Philadelphia defense playing.
Okay.
And they scored them 3 points. So
okay, we have to be careful how we talk to the young people when they don't perform as they should.
Right.
So we want to keep him encouraged.
Yeah, okay. You'll get better, man.
You're gonna do great. You're gonna do great.
Yeah,
you really are. I believe in you. You know what? We're gonna go to Chick-fil-A after this.
There you go. If this helps any, Dak Prescott only has 7.2. That's your opponent.
Okay.
So Killer Bees only scored 7.2. So
Did he only have that defense? Was that the only thing he had in?
that's the only thing he had.
So he still got most of his skill. He's got all the skill players.
Yeah. So
all right. I feel better.
It had live projection. It has him winning 118 to 114 and 52.
You feel confident about that, Team Double Dose?
Easy work.
Okay.
I like the confidence.
Yeah, and also Killer Bees, Chase B, he had CD Lamb playing, which gave him 20 points. So some of his heavy hitters already played. At least his pairs already played. So we'll see how the rest of the team develops.
That's good, man. Good luck to you this week because you're not playing me. So good luck to you. Good luck to you. Next up, this one is interesting. Middle Fingers versus Big Perk. You know what I'm saying? We had a bit of fun watching Perk draft, right? And we made a lot of assumptions about Perk's team. His projections would tell us otherwise.
Definitely. His projection shows that he's actually in a position of winning. They have him live projected as 117 and 15.15 versus 101.83.
That's a substantial difference in projections for these teams.
So, reason being, he had Pat Mahomes. Of course, he lost his one of his top receivers, Xavier Worthen, which Middle Fingers actually had him. So that was actually 0 points for Middle Fingers. But Middle Fingers had Lad McConkley, which did very well. He missed a touchdown catch, but overall he got 13.40. Amari Hampton, he had 8.10.
There's a lot of thinking about how he would do this year. It's not a bad start.
No, it's not. Being a rookie.
Start for a rookie, we'll look for better.
Position.
Hopefully not when he plays me.
Right. And then Travis Kelce, by him scoring, helped him out. Gave him 12.70. So we'll see how it goes going forward. But right now, current score 0-2 and Middle Fingers 34.20. But remember, Middle Fingers already have 4 players playing. And Patrick Mahomes is the only player from Kendrick Perkins.
Right. So they got a lot of room to grow. There's a lot of room to catch up in that one. So we'll be watching that one. Next matchup, that would be my matchup. The Trillionaires versus Self-Made Players. There's a lot of shit talking going on with this. But the reality is that he won't talk shit to me. He don't even want to talk to the people he competes against when he plays them. That's fine. I'll talk for you. You trash. No, seriously though, he left a lot of points on the board. Justin Herbert is his backup quarterback in the Trill League. And Justin Herbert left about 36 points on the bench for him yesterday. Normally, I would revel in that type of performance, being left on the bench. The problem is his starting quarterback is Lamar Jackson, who unfortunately can meet that 36 points and even realistically exceed it. So I can't get too happy about Justin Herbert being on the bench. And that's a hell of a quarterback to have on the bench in case you lose a game or two from your lead quarterback, who doesn't miss many games, by the way. Well, you did start Pacheco.
Right.
You did start Pacheco. So that's a guy that we know is going to get a lot of touches. He's going to get a lot of carries. But ever since the injury and he came back, I've just been iffy about his performance level. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that he drafted Pacheco. Because that's one running back that I don't think I'm gonna have to really worry about.
And he started against you, so yeah, his points
4.8. I love it. I had Saquon Barkley in the game. He performed pretty good. I got 18.4 points out of him, but I also have the Kansas City defense, and they gave me 3 points. I'm gonna need y'all to figure that out soon. I'm gonna need y'all to figure this out on both sides of the ball. Andy Reid, I have a lot of faith in you. But I'm going to need you to turn it around very quick. Like, seriously, real goddamn quick. All right, now last matchup goes to actually the 2 highest rated drafted teams on this league. Light Feet Jerry versus Go Time Gary. Did any of these guys have somebody playing this week?
So far, Go Time Gary had Devontae Smith, which did Not as expected, of course. He only had 4.6 points, 3 receptions, 16 yards, which I know he'll do better, but we don't care about doing better. It's this week right now. So also he had Cameron Dicker. The kicker did fairly well, 9 points. That's good for a kicker. 9 and above, you're doing pretty good. So we'll see how you go, moving forward.
What's our projections for this game?
The projection between them two, Go Time Gary is 121 and 89. And Light Freak Jerry is 119 and 74.
Who has more players that have already played?
Well, Go Time Gary has 2 players already played. Now, it's very interesting because as I'm looking...
Be very careful what you say.
As I'm looking...
Be very careful what you say. And why I say that is because if you're about to give out information that helps one of these teams, I would rather you keep that. Fuck them.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
That's not what we do here.
Yeah.
We don't do none of that shit here. Yeah, we don't give any type of advantage to anybody playing in this league. That's why we don't tier. That's why we don't tell you who to start. That's why we don't tell you who to drop. That's why we don't tell you shit. Right. And now for our viewers, I apologize. This is not that type of podcast. This is a podcast for people that play fantasy football and like to beat their friends or enemies and talk shit to them. That's what this show is. So you're not going to see a big graphic up here on who to start for the Chiefs and who to drop for the Ravens and all. We ain't doing none of that type of shit. So I apologize for jumping at you like that. No, but I've noticed something.
Yeah.
I've noticed some things about some of these teams, and there's some deficiencies. Right. Far be it from me to give you game.
Right.
Because the whole reason that you joined the Trill League was supposedly you knew what the fuck you was doing. Anyway, those are our matchups this week. We are excited to see how we compete in our first full week of competition here in the Trill League. But there is one bonus matchup this week, and I will tell you why. The reason we have a bonus matchup this week is because myself and our commissioner, Dub J, we have our own selective teams of who we like to support in the NFL during the season outside of fantasy football. And when you know it, in week 1, those 2 teams are playing themselves. Those 2 teams are the Houston Texans versus the Los Angeles Rams, the quarterbackless Los Angeles Rams. How do y'all plan on taking advantage of the opportunities given to you based on your quarterback's back injuries? I'm sorry, that's a question for me. I apologize. How do you feel to overcome the deficiencies? Do you think that one shot can do what y'all need to do? That little epidural. You think y'all can get what y'all need out of that shot for this game today?
Definitely. Right now, he's probably relaxing. It's a home game. So he's chilling. He's not doing too much.
But his back still hurt, but still going.
Yeah, no. He's on a massage chair. Just, getting, fruits or whatnot, hydration and everything. So he's relaxed. Being at home, he doesn't have to be on that plane, sitting in the, straight up in the seat where he could get, back spasms. So he's relaxed, and he'll be relaxed for the game. Then if he ever needed epidural in between the quarters or whatnot, it's right there at home for him. So he's good. Wife and kids probably there for support. But look at this hat. You see that? Championships.
Let me tell you something.
How to do it.
I want y'all to look at this man in his face. Please, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Look at this man in the face. Look at your personal camera.
Talk to me.
Look at your personal camera. Does that man look confident?
Talk to me.
Does that man look confident about that back? That man know that back is trash.
Put a comment in there. Talk to me.
Man, look, if he make it through the game, he's going to take in a considerable amount of punishment. You don't have an offensive line like that.
That's cool.
So they're going to beat him up. So, yeah, they give him that shot. Bro, by week 3, this man is not going to be able to walk out on the field and throw that football because of people. He has a target on his back. He is going up against one of the top defenses in the NFL. We circled the calendar for that back. We've been watching film. There is no film on it because he couldn't even get any preseason starts. He couldn't get any real practice done. And yet you feel confident about this.
Yeah, it's all about design. We good. We know everybody coming for us for the back and everything. Like, it's nothing new, man. Like, we got this.
And you don't have Aaron anymore.
No, we have Cooper Kupp, but we have Devontae Adams.
Really?
Yeah.
That's going to work for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Devontae
Puka Nacua is the guy.
Who's also hurt. He's likely hurt. He's going to play, but he's going to be dealing with injury.
Man,
Now, Puka comes from a tribe of people that will play through pain.
there you
Pain will not stop them.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that. I give you that. But you ain't get nothing for Cooper. You ain't get nothing for Cooper. Cooper's gone. You don't have anybody to really replace him. I really feel bad for you, which feels good to me.
Don't feel bad. You'll see. After the game, like just keep your phone on. That's how
My phone stays on.
Yeah.
And I want you to make yourself available. Don't be in the bathroom when I call. All right?
Definitely not.
Don't be outside getting something out the call. Don't be like, oh man, I fell asleep. I've been up long, whatever. You know what? I don't want to discuss that on film. I was gonna go deeper. I'm not even gonna discuss it. I'm gonna let the tape speak for itself. I'm gonna let the numbers speak for itself, and I'm gonna speak for this league. This is the Trill League in fantasy football. Thank you so much for joining us on our show today. Now you got to go and get your beef and your beer and get ready to play some football. And let me tell you something. I'm excited about this season because the beauty of football now, I know so many of y'all have to get up and run them errands for the wife on Sunday mornings, you know what I'm saying, trying to get everything done for it. The beauty this season for me personally, my wife has always been a big football fan. This is her first year actually competing in a fantasy football league that was started by my son. Nice. So everybody in the league is cousins, aunties and uncles, nephews and shit like that. So it's going to get real personal real quick. Your favorite auntie is going to turn into your biggest enemy when my wife get to whooping up on y'all this weekend. But I'm so happy that we as a family now don't just get to celebrate football, but now we all get to celebrate fantasy football and participate in it. And if family that plays it together, they might stay together. I don't know. It's going to get tricky around the Christmas games. But shout out to them in their league. Shout out to everybody in our league. And shout out to everybody that tuned in today. Until next time, we'll see you guys here on Thursday before the Thursday night games. And I hope you guys enjoy this beautiful first Sunday of NFL football action. And I hope you win your game today unless you're playing me. Have a good time, guys. Enjoy it. We'll see you next week.